The Biafran Genocide, 1967 to 1970. In the 1960s, Nigeria was a newly independent country, having just gained freedom from British colonial rule. However, the country was already facing many challenges, including ethnic and regional tensions. One of the main ethnic groups in Nigeria was the Igbo people, who lived mainly in the southeastern region of the country. The Igbo people had a rich culture and were known for their entrepreneurial spirit and strong sense of community. However, the Igbo people faced discrimination and marginalization from the Nigerian government, which was dominated by people from other ethnic groups. This led to growing tensions and resentment among the Igbo people. In 1966, a group of Igbo army officers staged a coup, overthrowing the Nigerian government. However, the coup was short-lived, and a counter-coup was staged by soldiers from other ethnic groups. The counter-coup led to a wave of violence and persecution against the Igbo people. Many Igbo people were killed, and their homes and businesses were destroyed. In response to the violence and persecution, the Igbo people declared independence from Nigeria, forming the Republic of Biafra. However, the Nigerian government refused to recognize Biafra's independence, and a brutal civil war ensued. The war lasted for 3 years, from 1967 to 1970. During this time, the Nigerian military, supported by the British and Soviet governments, launched a series of attacks against Biafra. The Biafran people, led by their leader Chukwemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, fought bravely, but they were vastly outnumbered and outgunned. As the war dragged on, the Biafran people began to suffer from severe hunger and starvation. The Nigerian military had blockaded Biafra, preventing food and aid from reaching the starving population. The images of starving Biafran children with their swollen bellies and emaciated bodies shocked the world. However, despite international outcry, the Nigerian government continued its brutal campaign against Biafra. In 1970, the Biafran government was forced to surrender, and the Republic of Biafra was dissolved. The war had lasted for 3 years, resulting in the deaths of over 2 million people, mostly from starvation and hunger. The Biafran Genocide, as it came to be known, was one of the darkest chapters in African history. It was a brutal and senseless conflict that resulted in the deaths of millions of innocent people. Today, the legacy of the Biafran Genocide continues to be felt. Many Igbo people still suffer from the trauma and pain of the war, and there are ongoing calls for justice and accountability. The story of the Biafran Genocide serves as a reminder of the dangers of ethnic and nationalistic tensions and the importance of promoting tolerance, understanding, and respect for human rights. To stay informed about rich and complex history of Africa, to discover the fascinating stories and events that have shaped Africa's history, follow Chronicles of African History for engaging content, and like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date. Thank you